How to use Pinode. Pinode is mining of Pi in your laptop or in your desktop computer. So right now, you're going to get to the computer screen and see exactly how you can mine Pi on your computer. Now, mining Pi on your computer is not something you start afresh to have a different account, but you will have to connect the same Pi you have in your phone to also start working in your computer. And the advantage of mining Pi in your computer instead of only in phone is that in computer it is mining 2 times of what you are mining with phone. And the application that you need to work with it, Docker, that's the name of the software. And then you need the Pi Network app. Then you also need a desktop or laptop computer. A computer device that is best for this is the one that you are not always using. And it's important that the memory, the RAM of the computer is at least up to 500. Now let's get into it. I actually recorded the process while I was connecting mine and then saved it in the phone. So I will be looking at the phone screen so that you see exactly what you would do on your desktop. I hope we are on the same page. So the first thing you need to do is to open docker.com. You see the Docker, you see option for install, and then you install Docker. You see it's 500 and something MB. Now when it's done, you click on the things you have downloaded there on your computer, and then you go ahead and click on run. At the moment you click on run, it says, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? If you are okay with it, then click on yes. If you click no, that means you don't want to continue the process. So it will take time and do the installation. This Docker is a software that will work together with the Pi network. That's where the Pinode comes in. Now the installation could take you a little bit of time depending on the speed of your computer. And now it does the installation. Now it actually takes time to unpack all the files. Now the next thing you want to know while installing this is, if you don't pay close attention, it may not really work. Okay, yeah, and depending on your computer, if you're always turning it off and on, it will be difficult for it to work smoothly. All right, so the next thing here, it says Docker Desktop, close and restart. At this point, if you click on close and restart, it will restart your computer, your laptop or your desktop, just so that the installation can sync. And now the restarting may take longer than your usual time that your computer starts. And now you have this option to accept Docker subscription service. Now right here in this page, it says complete the installation of Docker Desktop. Finish setting up Docker Desktop. Now just go ahead and click on finish if you want to use the recommended option, but if you have some setting you want to apply, you can use it, but I'm using the recommended option, so I'll click on finish. And now it says, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Yes. Welcome to Docker. You select personal and then input your email address and click on continue. But then you can also skip this page if you want to by clicking skip above. So now enter your password. Enter your password for Docker to continue. Because you imputed your email address, you need to input your password just so next time you can just log in instead of starting all over again. You may be having this challenge for Docker Desktop update failed. If it does that, you can just go ahead and click on where it says that you should check the problem. It could take time to do that, but I usually click on quit. And now you get to this page where you have to accept all their terms and services. Let's open it from the computer screen because it's now added to your computer screen. Now if you see option to finish, so most of the time it has this issue that you will over and over again keep on retrying it. Now it asks you to take survey. So finally the Docker is now in your desktop and properly running. The next thing is to install Pi. Just click on pinode.com on your desktop. Pinode is the computer version of the same Pi app that you're using to mine Pi in your computer. So if you open browser like Chrome and search pinode.com, you will see option to download Pi. Then you
select whether you want to download it with Mac or Windows. If you use Apple device, you select Mac, but if you use other sort of devices, you select Windows.
So you see it's currently loading. So it has loaded.
The first time the app is saved in your desktop, you will need a code to open to your Pi app with your phone, so that you will enter the code and be able to activate Pi in your desktop, since it's the same account. So you open Pi in your phone and click the dash bar and simply select Node. You see the computer icon there. Now the exact same code that is shown on your computer screen as you open Pi, you input it here correctly, so that the same Pi in your phone can start mining in your computer with your balance and everything, but in double portion. Put in continue and you see your code is submitted. Your Pi node should authenticate shortly, so you wait for a while. Now it's time to get to the computer and now connect the Pi node, which is now showing all your Pi balance and the rest of that, to Docker, so that it will activate the mining speed of computer.
Connect it to the Docker just so the Pi node starts running. You need to click on Pi node right here on your screen, and it says turn the node on.
Now, before you click on the button below, you have to make sure the Docker app is also open, because turning on the button below means you are connecting Pi to Docker so that it can mine Pi in your computer. So turning on this button without first of all opening the app you want to connect it with will make it not to work smoothly. So open your desktop screen and click on the Docker to sign into Docker first.
And now it says you can do more when you sign in. Let's just go ahead and click on the general setting and then start Docker Desktop when you are signed in. And then we're going to click on apply, so that the moment I now sign in, the Docker will start running.
Yeah, it says you are almost done. Proceed to Docker Desktop. So click on this.
So we have to open the Pi app again and turn on the Pi node. If you click on Pi node, click on this button and it says view text setup, and now you can see that it detected the Docker here. So we click on install Docker and it says that the Docker is also connected and running. So at this point, just know that you have linked it and the Pi node will start working. So the important thing here is that you have to make sure that the Docker is connected in Pi.